Verily, my name is Pa Fiera, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Pony Fantasy VI Cutie Mark Crusader Challenge! Yay! When we last left our Crusaders, I'm not actually sure what was going on. There's something about grapes and powdered toast, I don't know. But regardless, we've got Scootaloo. We've got an airship. It doesn't seem like anyone's really making use of this airship as far as I can tell. So I figure let's, just take this puppy out and go for a spin, huh? So I figured the best place to learn a little something more about how Scootaloo is going to fare in this brave new world is by heading in here to the Colosseum. If you're not familiar with this is a area where you can basically fight against relatively tough monsters and wager some of your own gear. And if you win the fight, then you get to keep the sweet gear upgrades. So, since we have an opportunity here and we have Scootaloo, who's just a sweet little filly, I figure we can go try to get in some fights. Now we've got ourselves with a relatively high evasion build here, 70%, which is about as high as I can get it at this point in the game. And we're going to go in here and wager our pair of slippers, which we got much earlier in the game, which we have no real use for. We're going to use that to try to get the Wonderbolt badge. That's a relic that augments our jumping ability. Normally we have an ability to get that item much later in the game, but we're going to try for an early grab here. So this retainer guy, not terribly difficult by himself. He does, however, have a instant death move called Trade-Off. If we get hit by that, this fight is essentially over. So that's why we have the high evasion build. We're hoping that between jumping and our high evasion, we'll be able to miss out on getting hit with this move. And if we luck out, then we got ourselves a Wonderbolt badge. Now, so far, this guy's cooperating with us, and we're switching over to the dances now. Conduit, pretty effective. Not as effective as I thought it was going to be. And we got hit by Condemned. That shouldn't be a factor. We should be able to end this fight before that timer comes up. Get a couple lucky ringtail that might keep us alive a little bit longer. And that healed our Condemn as well. Of course, even in the AI mode, it still knocked us out of the dance, so we're back to our Lance hits. And here's the trade-off. Blocked! There we go. One Wonderbolt badge for us. Now, luckily, having access to this just makes all of these additional fights all the more easier here. As long as we can get ourselves up in the air. But then again, Zapper is a perfectly okay alternative as well, hitting for a good 3,000 there. There we go. Slowly upgrading Smoked Applejack's katanas here. So one fun trick here is that we're able to combine our Wonderbolt badge with the Berserk Band. This will basically ensure that we are not using any of our dance moves, which should give us a slight advantage here. The dance moves are nice because they can pack a wallop and they can heal, but they're pretty variable and up to chance, so relying on the Wonderbolt badge, which has some nice guaranteed damage aspects, that is a little bit of a safer strategy overall. We're already getting up in the air and bringing down some of the pain. There we go. 3 hits. Very nice. We can get another jump in there. We'll probably be looking pretty good. There we go. And this gives us an upgraded katana again. We can hop right back in and go for another upgrade. This time against the Aquila. Trying to go for a white lance. So far, no one's really making a move here. He's not going for the killing blow. I'm just stabbing him repeatedly. Who knows? Maybe this will be enough to do it. There's a jump. We might have this after all. Sure enough, there's our white lance. This, of course, gives us a nice little chunk of change over what we were previously using. So now at this point, we're going to trade in one of our Falcons. We're going to try to get a flame shield against the outsider here. Now this guy is particularly nasty just because he has a ton of different moves that he uses, and all of them hurt quite a bit. Notably, he counterattacks there with those Shuriken, which we can't really do anything about. Flare is going to drop us well most of the way down there, but we're going to jump away, and oh man! That white lance does some sweet damage against him, let me tell you that. And so we got a nice little upgrade over our shield here, just gives us some all-around stat boosts. Now we're going to swap in the monocle here for a little bit. That way we can trade in a elixir here and fight against Cactrot for the old classic rename card. And of course the big point of here is not to get the rename card itself, but what we do with the rename card afterwards. Then switch out our relics, grab the Wonderbolt badge again. Take our rename card, which should be well down here somewhere. And try to get ourselves a rainbow band against the Doom Dragon. And this guy has a fair amount of high damage abilities. Luckily, we're going to try to stay up in the air as much as possible, as is our usual strategy here. Those Wonderbolt hits are landing quite nice. And of course, it's going to hit us with Fallen One, which drops us down to a single HP, so at this point it's basically an all or nothing fight. Granted, if he's going to hit us with repeated Fallen Ones, that's not going to do absolutely anything for him. Can we get up in the air? Oh, there we go. Three hits, and we have a rainbow band. So now we've got some old suits for Sweetie Belle here. We're going to try to get rid of some of these guys. all of these high-powered jumps, there's really not too much that can stand in our way, especially if we get lucky with what we're hopping over. Upgrade ourselves to a Scootaloo, which, as the name implies, actually looks like Scootaloo. Why Sweetie Belle would want to dress up like Scootaloo, I can't really say for certain. Maybe we should ask her about that. Scootaloo can be upgraded to the Nutkin suit here. And some holy damage. Perfectly done. And then we can just flip right back in, grab our Nutkin suit, which looks like it landed somewhere around in here. There he is. And we can turn it into shining armor. No, not the pony, but actually shining armor. The kind of armor that shining armor would wear. And just like that, we've got ourselves a nice little upgrade here over some of our previous gear. I mean, we're losing out on the safe effect temporarily, but I mean, looking at all these other stat increases, I think that's a fairly safe trade-off for now. And with that, we're looking pretty, so why don't we skedaddle and, I mean, we've had our fun, but why don't we go hunt around for some of our other Crusaders, let them join in on some of these shenanigans here. So if we travel in here to Manhattan, turns out that Sweetie Belle is hiding over here in the house where Ingram was a little while ago, for some reason or another. Got a little pretty picture here. Wonder if Sweetie Belle painted that. I know she's been... Whoa! I guess she did paint it, because this thing is attacking us all of a sudden. Now, luckily, our Wonderbolt badge is making short work of these guys. Not much they can do about it when we're sitting up here in the air. And especially when we can do so much damage to them like that. So, I mean, in this regard, Scootaloo has basically more or less retired her dance moves, but in the process, she's become a pretty awesome Dragoon. Whoa. Some sort of painting that's levitating us up and attacking us in the process as well here. Oh, it's a crazy cat lady. I know what we can do about that. Jump right over it. So, taking out multiple enemies at once, thanks to our Wonderbolt badge allowing us to hit multiple enemies. And you might be noticing there that even while we're up in the air, we have a region effect from that rainbow band, and so it's providing us healing while we're immune to any damage. And we've got a fire shield, so we're absorbing any fire hits, so yeah, we're sitting pretty here. Ow. Seemed unnecessary. Oh. There's a chest there. Hey, we got another Scootaloo. Well, that's good. I know that probably Sweetie Belle was hoping that she'd be able to get in on the cosplay aspect, so now she can. We picked up ourselves a, whoops, that was the wrong way. Picked up that grave ring, which basically treats us as a undead character temporarily, so any one-hit kill will actually end up healing us, and we're immune to other instant kill abilities as well. I can't remember if anything is in these chests that's worthwhile, but we're having such an easy go of it that, hey, why not? Well, we got apples and a soda. It's a regular snack party, I'd say. Another pitcher that's attacking us, and ooh, this one is nice and ugly. In the end, I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference, though. With an added effect of Holy. And there we are. And this leads us right into a hidden back room where some ugly mug is, and also, hey, there's Sweetie Belle. Wonder what she's up to there. Painting something, but help the painting. Huh. Some sort of corrupt painting. And Sweetie Belle, what are you doing? Get away from there. Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? Now we do have a possessed painting here, and it does have the two forms, technically. In theory, we're supposed to wait this out and allow the demon form to take over, like so. So we can try to time our jumps to hit only the demon form. Especially because our Holy Lance is probably going to do some nice damage to it here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! 9999. Our first of the playthrough. But I'm not really sure if we're going to be able to hit it reliably because we're up there in the air for quite a bit. Then again, we might end this fight soon enough that it won't even matter. Yeah, there we go. And just like that, we've got access to another one of our Crusaders. Sweetie. Sweetie, you can stop that. Thanks for chipping in on the fight, by the way. Hey, this guy's got priorities. Oh, you bought some magicite at the auction house. I bought some magicite at the auction house. I'm starting to worry about that now. Oh, so what you're saying is Sweetie was painting a portrait and something terrible went wrong. Sweetie Belle, you got some explaining to do here. Why don't I just take this off your hands here? And we have our second Crusader. Alright. And we're actually back here in the Cloudseum because I forgot. We've got one more weapon that we can grab here for Sweetie Belle. Unfortunately, it's going to come with a pretty tricky fight, but let's see if we can do it. And we're up in the air already, which is a good sign. See how much damage we can bring down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, very nicely done, Scootaloo. Now, unfortunately, every time we attack, he's going to counterattack us with Cleaver and Step Mine, but I guess that was all we needed, was a 4-jumper. And now we've got a sweet upgrade here for Sweetie Belle. I mean, just looking at those stats. You can't argue with that. And so at this point, we are basically as prepared as we will ever be. We've got 2 of our 3 little fillies, and it's time to go down there and get our 3rd. So we just need to divide ourselves up into 2 parties. We got all these lamos here that we don't really want to take along, and we got Sweetie Belle and Scootaloo. So yeah, let's see how this works. Good luck, little fillies. Now, I think we're going to send Sweetie Belle in here first. That path for her should be a little shorter overall, which is a good thing because she is going to be struggling in here by herself. Scootaloo, not so much. She's got her Wonderbolt badge, and as you can see once she comes down here, not really having much trouble at all, I gotta say. So she's gonna wrap her way around here and push down a switch for Sweetie Belle. Now Sweetie Belle, on the other hand, well, she's gonna go through this door, and let's just see what happens to her. Now first off, no, you're not seeing double. We actually have Sweetie Belle using the Scootaloo suit, which gives her Scootaloo's appearance, but unfortunately does not give her the awesome jumping of the Wonderbolt badge, so we still have to survive through this section somehow. And as you can see, that's going to be easier said than done. We're going to have to be pretty cautious here overall. I mean, we've got a lot of status protection, mainly for like zombie and some other status effects like that, but Smirk, if that lands, that's going to be pretty deadly in a single-person party like this. Fusion is already causing us enough problems as it is. Getting hit there would have actually been kind of nice. That rod we have actually has an added effect of Dispel, so kind of a neat feature, but nothing we're going to be taking advantage of too regularly here. So a multi-target here should take out that phase. These guys are counter-attacking here, but I'm pretty sure this guy's going to die. There he goes. So we should almost be done with this fight. We just need to heal ourselves up, and once we unfreeze, of course, yeah, it's going to be like this the entire dungeon. So this is, finally for once, we are in a section where we're not just face rolling through the entire environment. This is actually causing quite a bit of challenge here for poor Sweetie. I mean, she's about as self-sufficient as you can get with, you know, her ability to absorb MP and her tier 2 magics and stuff like that, but there's only so much you can do, unfortunately. Luckily we do have that fire shield, which is at least absorbing some elements and helping her out just a tad there. Still wasn't enough to get this guy. X-Zone, but we've got protection against that. So yeah, that's about the relative strength that we're dealing with here between Sweetie and Scootaloo. Now luckily Sweetie's learning spells and probably gaining levels and stuff like that, so ideally, this is all balancing itself out in the end. Now, as for Scootaloo here... Oh, there's a nice little chest here. We can just pop that up. Whoa! Falling down a hole. Okay. Well, we can work our way back up here again. And hit a switch to secure a bridge so we can pick up a wing edge. Now, in the meantime, we're going to drop downstairs yet again. Actually, nope, before I do that, going back upstairs, going to hit a switch here for Sweetie Belle, because she needs to get through a section. There we go. Sweetie's going to take over here. That treasure chest that I'm skipping is empty, just so you know. And it's probably telling that I'm showing off all of these Sweetie Belle fights here, rather than just letting them go through, whereas the Scootaloo ones, I'm editing those out. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Scootaloo is basically just completely demolishing these suckers, whereas Sweetie Belle can't even kill a single one in a single hit. Again, I mean, you know, she's able to slowly whittle them down, and there's nothing that's really terribly stopping her, but it's still a major security risk for her standpoint. Oh man, this guy's gonna take 3? No. Or at least finish this guy with a fight command, for goodness sake. So yeah, Sweetie will get awesome, I promise you that. I don't know exactly how, but we'll find a way to make Sweetie Belle compete with some of our other ponies here. Because she is best of CMC after all. And we'll pretty low, so we'll just grab an Osmos while we're at it here too. Yeah, suffice it to say, Sweetie Belle is in a bit of trouble here. But that's okay, we got our fingers crossed. Oh, got faked out by an empty chest. Should've known. Do I go for the chest? I'm gonna go for the chest. I was a fool to go for the chest. See, because it's not even that all of the chests are empty, it's just that most of them are empty. And so we're now back to here with Scootaloo, where all the fights are significantly easier. Or, I mean, granted, you know, most of the enemies down here in the basement aren't actually that dangerous, but they do have a lot of HP, and Sweetie Belle isn't really competing on damage quite yet, so yeah, between all of those factors, not sure why I went for this. Of course it's empty, and I hurt myself for nothing. Well, now Sweetie Belle can go up this way. She can hold down the switch right over here. Letting Scootaloo in as well. Scootaloo can hold down this switch, and then Sweetie Belle can go off and up here. And then down the staircase right around here. And a little bit of lava hopping, because sure, why not? Seems like a pretty safe place to play, if I do say so myself. Hey, nicely done. I think we can just cast another one of those and maybe take care of all the enemies. These extra levels that we're gaining for Sweetie Belle are definitely starting to pay off. Yeah, very nice. That's actually a lot smoother than some of these fights have been, let me just tell you that right now. If we hop up here, we can get nothing! It's my favorite. Oh, poor Sweetie Belle. She is basically blowing through MP like nobody's business. Osmos is saving her life for the most part, but we're dipping into the sarsaparillas. We're throwing down as many nukes as we possibly can. Once we get access to some tier 3 spells, that should hopefully help open her up a little bit more, but oh my goodness. So in the meantime, Scootaloo can just waltz right through here. And we can go down here with Sweetie Belle, and you notice, oh. Some of you who've played Final Fantasy VI before might be wondering just what the heck is going on here. And hey, we got another Wonder Bolt badge, but Scootaloo's sort of been making good use of that. Well, that enemy who you would expect to be here is actually been moved to another dungeon. So yes, that is working completely as intended. Which is a good thing too, because, well, I don't know, I mean, Sweetie might be able to hit against some elemental weaknesses, but I'd kind of fear for her abilities to take on a full-blown dragon at this stage in the game. If we circle around here, we can pick up our third blue ribbon, if I'm counting correctly. And as we take Scootaloo around here, the end of the light of the tunnel can be seen, I assure you. We are hopping across here, and hey! Hello there. Go activate both of the switches here. And carry on through. Granted, we only actually need one of our ponies here right now. And who do we have here at the end but... well, hey! No pony else but Apple Bloom. Yeah, you. Now what's this now? Piece of magicite. Huh, you don't say. Oh. Let's see who we're talking about now. So with any luck, Applebloom here has her Phoenix Magicite, and we're going to see if this can't be used to save our childhood friend. Well, rats, I think this was, Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Looks like Scratch is okay. Thanks to that Phoenix Magicite. So in the end, it doesn't look like we could have saved Scratch, but in a way, this kind of gives its own nice closure that, you know, we did what we could, and we got to say our final farewell. Yeah, Applebloom can finally move on. So, together with Trixie, the three of us, well, four if you count Trixie, it looks like we're ready to become, well, I guess I spoke too soon. What's Applebloom doing here? Oh, she's giving us a fair amount of loot here. Flame Shield, Valiant Knife. Aha, the treasures from the Phoenix Cave. Looks like some little filly cleaned out house. Explains all those empty chests. Alright, well, with Applebloom back in the party, it looks like we are officially rolling with the Cutie Mark Crusaders! Yay! And not a moment too soon, because, good lord, that dungeon, I don't know what this is going to edit down to, but that dungeon alone took me about 50 minutes. Oh, poor Sweetie Belle. So, that aside, next time, our Crusaders are going to go around and see if we can't rescue a few more of our friends. But until next time, this is Pav Fiera signing off.